Start. Okay.
We just
Ready?
off our tangent, right?
That was okay.
Come on.
It was supposed to be the other arm.
Other arm.
Okay.
That was better.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
早上好.
早上好，我是陈子明, also known as Rob Chen.
And my name is Christina Chen.
And we
are not related.
How's it going, everybody? Here's another week. We're on episode 8 of our podcast.
Episode 8?
We're on episode 8, yes.
That's a lucky number.
Lucky number 8. Yes, we are.
This is China on the internet.
Yes, China on the internet. You can follow us every Wednesdays. We'll be releasing new episodes on YouTube and on Instagram. Follow us on CHINOSITY News and CHINOSITY for more information on the latest, hottest things on Weibo and the internet of China.
And if you just want to listen to us on your morning commute, you can follow us on SoundCloud. You don't have to look at our faces if you choose not to do that.
But if you do, we wouldn't mind looking at your faces as well.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's true.
Can you imagine if you just streamed on YouTube, but you could see
every
everyone
single
who is
person. Hello, world. Hello, netizens.
I guess you can do that with Instagram Live now.
You can do it with but you can see the other people?
No, like if you do Instagram Live, you can invite someone to join you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So somebody else could be...
Instagram has just too many features now. I can't keep track.
So you could go on live, and then somebody else could be going on live somewhere else.
And you could join. It's like FaceTiming.
Wow.
But for the public to see.
For the public to see. That's revolutionary.
And then people can comment on it. It's just, I actually deleted the app this past weekend.
You deleted Instagram off?
Not like my account. I just like deleted the app because I just needed to not look at it for a while.
Have a refresher.
Yeah. It's been a rough week, needless to say.
It's all good.
So social media has not been my friend lately. I also don't have Facebook on my phone.
I don't either.
That's been for a while. Yeah.
I don't either though.
I kind of wish
that I
kind of wish sometimes that we had the one super app like WeChat.
Like WeChat? WeChat's crazy.
And you just have everything in one place, and then you don't have to. And then
you can.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just can't keep track of all the social media now.
Literally, you could have like, you could pay with it.
Yeah.
You could obviously message, and you could blog. You could do Google Maps on it, or their version of Maps.
Yeah, you can call a DD, like which is an Uber.
Oh yeah,
like a car.
True. Wow, all from
you
that.
can book doctor's appointments. You can book like people can offer their services.
Can you also like pay at certain like restaurants just using the app too, like
you
with
can
a QR code or something?
Anywhere that uses Alipay, I think it is.
Mm.
Like WeChat, like you just scan your QR code and it'll charge your card because your card is connected to your WeChat account, which is a little wild to think about because if they have all your money info, they have all your photos.
Well, I mean, China's government already has all
they have
everybody's info at this point, you know.
That's what's happening with the U.S. too, with like Facebook and Instagram. You can
Of
pay
course.
via Venmo now.
Yeah.
Like you can pay at stores with Venmo.
You could pay on Snapchat as well.
Can you?
Yeah, you can do transactions on Snapchat.
This is too much.
Well, that's already been a...
I know you can pay via text now. You just like...
Oh, you can pay via text?
Yeah.
What? I never...
You can send someone money.
That's crazy.
Via iMessage.
That part I did not know.
There's just so much happening. Speaking of paying via things, did you see the new Taobao Life feature? Okay.
I did.
Well, first we need to explain what Taobao is for people who don't know. So Taobao is like the Chinese Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think...
I'll say Alibaba is like China's Amazon.
Okay.
Because under Alibaba, there is Taobao.
Well, explain that.
So Alibaba is like the overall company of the biggest e-commerce platform in China.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a lot of subsidiaries, one of them being Taobao. So on Alibaba, you could do even bigger stuff. Like, for example, if I'm in America, I could go on Alibaba and I could find factories to print T-shirts if I want to.
Got it.
And that is that's a transaction in itself. So there's stuff that I could do with that. And see, I only knew this because I used to run a clothing line. So I was like looking for like...
What?
Yeah, fun fact. I used to...
This dude, he surprises me every day.
Every day. I used to own a clothing line where...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, go ahead.
Right? Wait, you see it, right?
Yeah, so Alibaba, we can put a little screenshot of this. It's more than just your typical daily things like from Amazon. It's like you can buy machinery, textile and leathers, kitchen. You can buy kitchen appliances.
Yeah. So
fishing reels.
You still have you still have everything that you could get from Amazon, but I think it's even more. And the fact that about 70%
Wow.
of China does e-commerce. Which means that this company Alibaba is huge and big. The day that they announced that they were going public, it was a huge thing all over Wall Street, all over the financial ecosystem. Hello to New York. Good morning from New York.
Okay, so wait, so you had your own clothing line.
Yeah, so I had my own clothing line. That's how I knew that Alibaba has an option where you could like look at like factories and textiles and stuff.
Okay.
So underneath that, you have companies like Taobao.
Yeah.
So Taobao was created in 2013. It got bought out by Alibaba.
I feel like Taobao was created a little bit before 2013. No.
Check it.
Really? I feel like I had it a lot when I was in high school.
If I'm right,
I just told everyone.
If I'm right, then you owe me 1 renminbi.
Okay.
Which is the equivalent to
I know that's literally enough. I just
a couple cents.
Taobao history.
You just say founded. 2013.
2003.
Okay, so it was.
That's why. Okay. Well, you owe me 1 RMB.
I owe you 1 RMB because I was mistaken. My facts were not right. They didn't get bought up by Alibaba. It was created by Alibaba.
And they were created in 2003, not 2013. So 10 years. Because I said I thought I
guess
had
I owe
Taobao.
You like
you owe me a lot, Rob.
I owe you like $1 worth of a renminbi.
With interest.
With interest. Yeah.
Anyway, they're owned by Alibaba, available in Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. So yeah, Taobao is like an Amazon type thing.
Very much so.
I've used it to buy. When I was in high school, these big like onesies. You know what onesies are? Like sleepy pajamas, like beauty pajamas.
Had those?
Yeah, but they were different. Like the designs were like either animals or cartoons. Like I had a Hello Kitty one. I had like a Winnie the Pooh one. They were super popular. Yeah, in high school, when I went to high school in Beijing. So I got those. They were like 23 RMB.
That's like the equivalent. Oh wow, that's super cheap.
Yeah.
That's super cheap.
So that at the time, it was like $4.
Ching.
Or I guess it was a little less actually. I guess it was 3 because like the exchange rate was like 7 to 1 when I was in high school, but now it's like 6. It's like gone. It's gone.
It might be back to 7 again.
It might be back to 7. Yeah. So it was like $3 to $4 for like a one full like onesie. Wow. Can you believe?
That's crazy. All on Taobao.
All on Taobao. What else have I got? I got my first ukulele from Taobao. It was 18 RMB, which is like that's $3. Cheap. Yeah, $3 for a ukulele.
Wait, is it the same ukulele that I played on?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's not the best quality ukulele, right?
Like
but it works.
$4?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You can find them for like $40 in the States, maybe.
Way more than that.
Like that's the cheapest, and then it's probably gonna fall apart in a week.
Dang,
yeah. So Taobao, it's basically.
I mean, you could buy anything on there. You could buy pet foods if you want. You could buy clothes.
It used to be a way for people to buy stuff that wasn't available to them. Like this, I know a lot of people used to buy like tea from Zhejiang when they lived in Beijing. But now it's like it's like an Etsy almost. Like people can make their own stuff, and then they put it online.
They could sell. They create their own businesses. They could sell it online and stuff.
So it's like a combo of like Amazon and Etsy. Whereas like Amazon normally just sells like you can buy branded stuff.
I mean, you technically could still sell your own products on Amazon.
Right. It's just not as popular. Like people want to see those like 5-star reviews.
Yeah. They also get Amazon takes like a certain percentage from like the mom and pop store owners.
Interesting.
Yeah. A decent amount.
There's also controversy around Amazon in the States, which we won't get into.
And how they don't pay any taxes.
Yeah.
There's that.
And more. But that's a conversation for another day. So back to Taobao. The reason why it's trending right now is because Taobao just created this new feature called My Taobao Life. Yeah. Which is essentially a new feature on the website where you create your own avatar. It shows you how much money you spent on Taobao.
Yeah.
So like normally
that's a huge one.
Platforms are smarter. They can show you your order history and it shows you the individual amounts. And then like if you add them up, you can see what the total is. But they just like show it to you.
They show you like pretty much all your transactions from when you first got the account, which is crazy. So if you had an account from 2016, it will just take the sum of every purchase that you've had since 2016 till now.
And just like the dollar amount. Yeah. Like they don't even convert it into points. Like at least Starbucks is like, oh, you have this many stars. And they do some weird conversion so you don't actually know how much you've spent. Because I think if I found out how much money I've spent at Starbucks in my entire life, I think I would cry. Because, you know, I work early mornings and I used to work right next to a Starbucks and I would probably get Starbucks every single morning. So I think I've probably spent thousands of dollars there and I don't want to know. So can you imagine like seeing what how much you spent? Like some people.
I would want that. In my own life, I would like something like this. For sure.
I guess. I mean, you can order stuff from Taobao to the States. It just takes longer to get here.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll post a little screenshot. But basically, it gives you, like, achievement goals to unlock. So, like, once you spend a certain amount of money, you unlock a certain number of achievements. So this guy spent 7,849 RMB.
You made 122 purchases.
Yeah.
So then what does the 25 say here?
What 25 say?
Is that his points?
Oh, 成就等数. 点数. Oh, that means like your achievement number. So he's at the 25th level. So this person has made shopping purchases for clothes since 2016. They've made 122 purchases, spending 7,849 RMB, which is about $1,100. So that's like a reasonable amount on clothes over 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a lot. But 122 purchases, that's a lot of purchases.
Yeah.
And so if you divide it, that's like an average of like $100. I mean, not $100, $10 per purchase.
$10 per purchase around, yeah.
Which is like 60, 70 RMB per purchase, which makes sense. But there's another user who spent 500,000 RMB, which is 75,000 US dollars.
Collectively total from when they first got it.
Yeah, when did they start? It doesn't say. But that's wild. Oh, wait, 4,299 days. What's that?
4,299 days. That's
11 years. Okay, that's...
Ooh, 11 years. 11 years. Think about that.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how much my dad has spent on Taobao. My dad really likes Taobao.
Wow. Well, I still think it's good. I think it's good that Taobao has this like feature on there. I know like on Weibo and on WeChat, it was like trending at one point when this app came out and then Taobao actually had a response to it.
What was their response?
Their response was, "We heard you couldn't sleep at night."
Oh.
Because like everyone was like, "What? Oh my God! I spent so much on Taobao. I could have bought a house with this.
Yeah.
I was rich at one point.
Yeah.
Like collectively throughout these years, I would have been rich.
Yeah. So because some people spend it on pointless stuff.
Yeah, but that is why I think it's good because because now there's a feature where it could hold you accountable for all your spending. You could look back on the 5 years of stuff that you spent. You could be like, wow. I've spent thousands of dollars on this thing. Maybe I could spend my money doing something else. Maybe I could take a language like here on CHINOSITY.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Yeah, I see the comment now that they said
right?
On July 27th.
Heard you guys can sleep at night.
Oh yeah, someone posted this meme of this cat saying, "What and how?" Like, I'm fine. Because they make it also, not only do they just show you how much you spend, they make it kind of like a game. Like Sims or like they give you an avatar. Depending on how much money you spent, you can get like certain like furniture in your house.
Yeah, it's kind of cute looking too.
It is cute looking, yeah.
It's animated and
it looks like a Bitmoji.
Yeah, look, it's like a souped up Bitmoji.
It literally looks like a game. And the problem is because it's online. I don't know about you, but like when I'm online and I spend money, it's harder for me to hand over like $25 in cash than it is for me to spend $25 online. Does that make sense? Like if I'm at like an open flea market and then like something's like a t-shirt is $25, I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $25 on a t-shirt.
Handing in that $25.
But like if it's online and I see something's on sale from like $68 to $25, I'm like, oh, it's only $25.
Yeah,
Click.
There's a sale going on. Click.
Because when it's online, it just looks like a game and it feels like it's fake money.
For sure.
Like when I have a gift card. Exactly. Like when I'm given a gift card, I'm like, this is fake money because it's given to me. But it's still very much real money.
Of course.
Like, did you do that? Did you get that Equifax breach in your data?
What?
That happened like a month ago. Like there was a total breach in like people's security for Equifax.
Oh, that's crazy.
It like affected your credit score.
I didn't know that.
You enter your info and it tells you if you were affected by it. Obviously, you would know if someone stole your identity, or I hope you would know. But it can affect you at a lower level. And apparently, I was affected, so you just apply and you get $125, I think. Yeah, so that's coming in the mail. But for me, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with $125? But then I'm like, okay.
Online shopping.
No, because guess how much a Metro card costs in New York City per month?
For a month, that's
128.
Like $128, yeah. $275 per swipe.
So when you get free money, you feel like, oh, I have this money to spend, but you actually don't.
You actually don't, yeah.
Which is this thing would ruin me if Taobao was really more US. I think I would, because I'd be like, oh, I want to get the next level. That's why Starbucks and their apps are so dangerous too, because they're like, unlock these number of stars by buying 3 drinks in 3 days.
Welcome to capitalism. Welcome to business school 101. You know, you got to get the customers in with the loyalty points, you know?
Loyalty and shopping and spending money is just huge in China.
All that loyalty game. But
China is like #1 for consumerism. Even in the States.
Oh, 100%. And now, like, on so many levels, we can even talk about box office. We're talking about movies, too. That's why there's so many Hollywood movies that they'll make a film in Hollywood, and then they take it straight to China. They put it to China, and they just see their box office go up like crazy. It's probably the #1 box office at this point.
I think the Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse, what is it? Into the
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Yeah, that did really well over there. Yeah.
That's such a good Spider-Man
I watched it
movie.
the other night when I was babysitting with my kids, and they were watching for the second time because they're like, you haven't seen it! You have to see it!
You have to see it!
So I watched it with them, and I actually really enjoyed it.
It's really good. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was funny.
Yeah, I bet that film did amazing in China.
I didn't know Kimiko Glenn was in it.
Yeah.
She voices the anime character.
The Japanese girl.
Yeah, so cute.
Which I think is cool.
Anyway, speaking of China and consumerism.
China and consumerism and their power.
Yeah.
Let's say that. In another news, recently in the past few days, Versace released a picture of a T-shirt that has...
No, the people released a picture. They were selling a T-shirt.
It wasn't a T-shirt. What?
Versace was selling a T-shirt, and other people posted pictures of it.
That's what it was.
Calling them out.
Yeah. So they have a T-shirt out there.
We'll post a pic here.
Yeah, the pic is right here, where they had places like Hong Kong and Macau listed as an independent country, so separate from China. So that
and Milan.
That was what they pointed out that was interesting, because in the picture they had of the Versace shirt, Milan is Milan-Italy. But then if you look at Hong Kong, it's Hong Kong-Hong Kong. And then it is...
above it is Beijing-China. Yeah.
You know? So...
basically, it's like their world tour T-shirt, right? They're like posting everywhere that they have a Versace. Which
got a lot of backlash from China. Mm-hmm. So much backlash from China. So much to a point where
people were boycotting.
And they were the lady who Donatella Versace herself posted a picture of herself on Instagram to apologize.
I love it when
people of China.
I love it when people post things in response to things on social media. They post photos of themselves as if to be like, "This is my."
It's like, I'm sorry.
Right.
It's like,
social media has gotten so weird. Yeah. She says so. Basically, this is so surprising to me that this happened, because this happened a couple years ago with Coach too. Yeah. Like this has been happening. Like people have always been
like they've always had these shirts.
Right. Well, people have always been categorizing Hong Kong and Taiwan as like China. Mm-hmm. I mean, as not China, as their own countries. Yeah. So what did she say? I'm deeply sorry for the unfortunate recent error that was made by our company and that is being currently discussed on various social media channels. Never have I wanted to disrespect China's national sovereignty and... Oh, my God. And did she spell that right? Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, that doesn't look right. You know when words don't look right?
Yeah. Sure.
And this is why I wanted to personally apologize for such inaccuracy and for any distress that it might have caused. the brand accepts accountability and is exploring actions to improve how we operate on day to day, becoming more conscientious and aware.
And guess what? They're not the only companies who've done that. Literally, after that, if anything, that just kind of sparked other companies to do that, because after Versace got that backlash, the netizens of China started going after other companies like Coach,
and Gucci,
Gucci, all of them,
which are all brands that do super, super well in China.
Yeah.
Like all these new big malls, like there's the Village, it's called like the Village Soho in Beijing. Like it's like near like the Sanli Twin area.
It's all the high end. Is it, I don't think I might have been. It's just a giant mall, right?
Yeah, it's a huge outdoor mall. And they have like a Hollister there.
Wow.
The Kate Spade. They have
American.
a bunch of like fancy brands, and they do so well.
Of course they do well. They'll do super well in China, especially the high end stuff, because you know there's more money going into the economy and everything, and it's also brand name and recognition for that. But you know what the crazy part is? Versace, after it got its backlash, so the Versace China ambassador, Yingmi.
Oh yeah.
She resigned.
Yeah.
She just immediately
was like, bye.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And normally I don't hear that. Normally when there is like, say like, I wouldn't even call this like a scandal per se. But
no.
A hiccup in a company.
Right.
People would still stay on board. It's not like they would just like, oh, I'm gonna resign like immediately. They try to still hold their position anyways, and they might give an apology. We sincerely apologize for this through some PR campaign. But she was just, nope, I am leaving because I don't want to get involved with China with this type of stuff.
Yeah, her agency posted China's territorial integrity and sovereignty are a sacred and inviolable at all times.
That's crazy. And she wasn't the only one who resigned too.
Yeah. I mean, she's an influencer, right? She doesn't like work for the company.
She doesn't work for the company. Yeah. But that's the same thing that happened with how do you pronounce? See, I'm not that good with the high-end fashion. Givenchy, is that Givenchy? Givenchy, right? Givenchy. Apologize to all my fashion fans out there. So, Givenchy too. They also got
Jackson Yee.
Yeah. So there's a guy named Jackson Yee who's part of a boy band, FT. What's it called? FT Boys. TF Boys. He resigned too.
He was hashtagging for a boycott.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, you used to like be their ambassador, and then boom, this happens. But they've already had the shirt out for a while.
Yeah. People are super loyal to.
People are super loyal to the party.
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
Yep. And
honestly, like I see a lot of Asian actors and celebrities who go to China for business. But the thing is that like if you were to go there, and if not even outside of celebrities, but any business person, if you were to work in China, you have to work with the party. You know, you can't say anything that's bad or against the government. Otherwise, you pretty much will get blacklisted or you can't work in China. So people have to be pretty careful. This is talking as an outsider. Like if you were to like work in China or do business in China, you need to be careful with the political stances of things. They take that thing very seriously.
Yeah.
So, and even more seriously nowadays.
It's tied to loyalty too, right? Like if you love your country.
Yes, all tied to loyalty. So, and at the end, I was reading on this article, it mentioned how, yes, right here. Yeah. So from this like Chinese insight marketing agency, their managing director was saying how, yes.
Oh, so he works on like how to market towards China, like how these big brands market towards China. So he doesn't work for any of them.
I don't think he doesn't work for any of them.
But he helps them with like marketing to China.
So a marketing agency, for example, he would probably look at the data of like what's driving and then like collaborate with like brands like market in China. So he said, if you're going to be a celebrity and make money being a celebrity, that's okay. However, you have to live up to the ideals of the party. And if you do anything counter to that, we're going to be taking a very close look at everything going on in your life. Celebrities are being extremely careful right now, which is very, very true. So if I were to go to China and do business there, like say because I am Chinese American, I have a certain look or I could speak two languages. If I go there, I make this giant movie that blows up, great. And then if I immediately say something bad about the government, you're out. That's it. And there's an increase in national sentiments. Like there's an increase of national pride within a country. Like as an actor, I've gotten to this point where like I've been to an audition for a Chinese company where they're like, we want somebody who's only Chinese. And like I have an Asian face. So I, as an Asian face, I could pass for Korean or I could pass for Japanese. I have an East Asian face. But they were like, no, like you have to be 100% Chinese. So you, even though you were raised in China, you're half Chinese, you can't even audition for it because you're half. They're like, we want full Chinese blood for that.
Totally.
I look at something like this, I'm like, what?
Totally.
You know, I mean, I could go on forever about this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, but it's just to show you the climate of China and how businesses have to like really do their research into the culture, because in the fashion industry, they're so behind in terms of diversity and like cultural awareness. There's so much cultural appropriation in the fashion industry. So I think it's good that this thing happened, because it shows people, oh hey, like no, we're listening, like we follow you guys, so don't mix us up with XYZ. This is our country. We have our way of doing things. We have our way of thinking. Even if other countries disagree with how we think, this is how we think. And if you want to do business here, you have to respect that. So.
And what's interesting is it's also the consumers who are creating some of the backlash too. Like not just the ambassadors.
Oh yeah.
Not just the people who own these companies, like people who work at the companies in China, because I'm sure the sales associates saw these shirts once they were unpacking them to sell them and like,
no, what?
But it's mostly the consumers, right? Because they're very, very loyal to their country and very, very much protective over the fact that what sets China apart from other countries.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good learning lesson for companies to know like what is gonna do well in certain places, and like if they posted like Los Angeles, I feel like no one would care.
No one would care. No.
People would be like, oh, that's a typo. Next.
Or like they'll just be like, all right, California dream and whatever. They can
right. Or someone like Los Angeles, California. People are like, well, California might like fall off the edge of the United States,
might
right?
as well at this
People
point.
like wouldn't
they don't care about
It's
that.
just so interesting how it was trending so quickly on Weibo and WeChat. Like people were so quick.
You know how quick it got so quick to a point where like one of the posts about banning Coach, a boycotting Coach, that post was seen 1 billion times.
Crazy.
1 billion times.
Crazy.
That is pretty much the population of China. Like what? This post has been seen by
a lot of people.
Almost the majority of this country's population. That's more than every single American who has seen this post.
The internet is scary these days.
Crazy.
The internet is
pretty much saying part of my French, but
what are you gonna say?
China has every single company by the balls. I'm just saying. Don't f with China. Don't f with China.
Bleep.
You can bleep that out too.
Bleep that out.
But I'm just saying,
please.
straight up.
We have young viewers on our channel, Rob.
They'll understand. They'll understand too.
Oh,
you feel
man.
the same way I do.
I was actually,
What's up?
I was actually on WeChat the other day because I'm like not on Instagram right now, and I've been seeing just like a lot of people using the internet to like make their voices heard, which I think is cool. I'm just like wondering how long these posts are gonna stay up on the internet before they get taken down. Yeah.
I don't know. If you have a post that's gotten seen 1 billion times, that's like pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'm curious to see what happens next.
Yes.
With that.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And we still have one other thing that we need to talk about.
Yes.
Yes. So, recently, this past Sunday morning, there was a typhoon that hit eastern China around the Zhejiang province.
Yeah, in southern Shanghai.
There was 33 people who were already killed and a couple people missing, and 1 million people from Zhejiang
have been displaced.
Yeah, they had to evacuate.
This photo of this wave is horrifying to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Typhoon
Lekima.
I'm not sure. Lekima, probably Lekima.
Probably Lekima.
Yeah. Wow, this is apparently which number is it of this year? It's like not. There like have been a big number of typhoons this year already in China.
Typhoon.
Oh, really? Wow.
This year. This year.
Yeah, it's not. It's
this year,
August. Yeah,
and
that's wild.
I mean, right now is the prime like typhoon season in Asia in general. So if you were to be traveling in Asia, like definitely bring a poncho and like rain boots. Watching out.
It's just wild. Like it's spurred landslides. It's flooding buildings.
You just see this pagoda.
Yeah,
this pagoda.
I know, this is wild.
Knocked out. That's where my that's where my mom's from.
Really?
Yeah, so my folks are there.
Wow. Yeah. Apparently, 21,000 service members have been engaged in rescue and relief efforts.
21,000.
Yeah. People are working to save people and get people out and evacuate.
Dang.
It's really wild because when you think about like natural disasters, it's like you think that it like happens and then it's over. But like when it's water, I guess when it's anything really, but like especially when it's like a typhoon, like the water just like when there's nowhere for it to go, it just stays and just life just completely stops. So people have definitely been unable to continue with
they can't continue their lives.
No.
They can't work. They can't make money. It's just survival at this point.
Yeah.
But the whole storm like destroyed so much of the area that pretty much it lost, the economy lost $2.1 billion. 2.1 billion.
And this is like 3 days ago. This has only been 3 days.
Yeah, it's only been 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and this is the 9th one.
I'm wondering how people can help and how they can, if they wanted to like donate, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like help the relief efforts. We should really look into that.
I wonder if
here's the New York Times article about that. I don't know like what nonprofit organization is or if it's just like local
or if it's like
it's just like local relief help, you know what I mean? Like is the Red Cross in there? Because that is something that I would definitely, you know, it's so interesting. Like when like natural disasters occur in like the States, there's always at the bottom of articles like how to help. But like when it comes to like China, it's just like they just report on it and that's it. There's like no way to help. So I'm gonna like look into this later. Maybe we can post this in the comments on our
People
video.
Got love for China.
I know, and that was NPR too. Here's BBC. Yeah, well, maybe they have something more. And Taiwan's affected as well. Anyway, I'll look into that.
It already hit land, so I mean, once it hits land, the typhoon like usually decreases by a lot.
Yeah. Well, it was decreased once it hit. It was decreased to like a tropical rainstorm, but it's still
like
affecting
it flood
millions,
and everything.
Yeah, which is wild.
Is this the video?
Yeah.
I want to see this. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This type crazy.
Oh, there are two, Lekima and Croza. I guess Croza happened first.
Came from. What's going on?
Oh goodness.
We're most concerned about this system. This is Typhoon Lekima, which is expected to make landfall somewhere across
Lekima, that's what it's called.
Early hours of Saturday morning, local time, to bring some very heavy rain as it continues to move northwards, tending to weaken as it spreads up the east coast of China into the northeast by the time the weekend's out. But in the short term, we've got some very heavy rain, flooding rain.
These palm trees look wiped.
Yeah, wow.
That's crazy. It's crazy that there's like typhoons happening in the eastern part of China, and at the same time, there's also another part of China on the west side where there is a problem with drought, where the desert is just engulfing certain parts of like a historic, one of the historic paths of the Silk Road. So the desert is just like engulfing it. So there's that happening on the west, and then on the east you have like a whole typhoon just like flooding a whole city as well.
I mean, it happens in the States too. Like it's just China's such a huge country. Like like there's like that drought. Like California is constantly in a state, fire. Right? And then on like the East Coast, you have all of these hurricanes, especially like down near like PR.
Yeah.
Like last year, yeah.
So
2 years ago.
Which means, ladies and gentlemen, please take care of the earth and the environment.
I know. Yeah.
Climate change is real. Believe it or not.
Do believe it anyway.
Yeah.
So you're going to be not with us next week.
I won't be. Yeah.
You're going to be on your little journey.
Yeah. I ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to China. I'm going to China. I'm going to Beijing first, and then I'm going to Tibet.
Wait, how long is your layover in Beijing?
Well, I'm actually staying there for like 2 days.
Are you going to see my parents?
I don't even know what my itinerary is.
You should see my parents.
I should. You should also give me a whole bunch of recommendations.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
If you have recs for Rob about Beijing, drop it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a very, very specific view of Beijing because I lived there for so long.
It's true.
So I have like my habits when I go back there. But yeah, we'll have a friend here next time. So we'll talk about some other stuff. It'll be great.
I'll be gone for 2 weeks.
I know, it's crazy.
I'll miss you guys very, very much. I'll take lots of pictures and
This is the first time I think I won't have seen you every week since February.
Get out. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
We've seen each other literally every week since February.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Look how friendships blossom.
I know, right? Yeah,
Wow,
Rob and I met in February, if people didn't know that. Did we say that at the beginning? Yeah, we did.
I think at the first podcast.
Anywho, I'm going to look up how you can help with this natural disaster that's hitting south of China, and we're going to post it in the description.
Yes.
We're going to post all the other links if you want to make your own Taobao account and see how much money you've spent.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys are thinking. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes.
We would love to hear from you and like where you are. Follow us on CHINOSITY News on Instagram and CHINOSITY on YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify.
Yeah. We'll be having these episodes every Wednesday, so be on the lookout. Yeah.
All right. Bye. 再见.
再见. Take care. We should get food.
Yes, let's do it. It's raining though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Dang. Typhoon season!
That was a solid typhoon.